Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. After waiting what felt like an absolute eternity, I finally got to see Get Out on the big screen, a movie that really had me hooked from the first time I saw the trailer. It looked very interesting, very unique and very much up my alley with its weird sort of images that it showed in the trailer. The basic story is about Chris, an African American who has this white girlfriend as they travel to her parents' fairly large house for a holiday weekend. And the movie's very much structured on the fact that he is black, she is white. They're going to this super white neighbourhood and hopefully things won't get too crazy for Chris. But we've seen the trailers and we know things are going to get very weird and very crazy very quickly. First things I really liked about Get Out was Chris. I thought he was tremendous. It was someone I liked to see on screen. You could really see what he was kind of thinking behind the eyes and his movements and the way he controlled his body, which was great at sending a message across the screen even though he wasn't saying anything. I liked his relationship with his girlfriend, but I liked the relationship with his friend who is a TSA agent even more. It just felt like a proper friendship. It felt like the way friends speak to each other. And every time we went to these pairing of guys, I was so happy. When the movie gets to the house and they initially meet the family, and the family are trying to overcompensate to the fact that he is black by mentioning lots of topics and using certain words just to try and make him more friendly, but are obviously making him a wee bit more uncomfortable because they're very much overcompensating, and that's one of the things that the movie does. It shows you how people can be racist to an extent, but it also shows you how people can overcompensate for it and actually become racist by trying to overcompensate in the fact and rather just treating Chris as a person that's there for the weekend. The movie uses sound expertly well. As in you've seen in the trailer, it's about hypnosis to certain aspects of it, and it creates these reoccurring sounds that just lull you into a sense of calmness, and that's what the movie's doing to some of the characters when they're doing these hypnotic scenes, and I thought they were terrific. The spoon against the china cup was one of my favourite scenes in the movie as it just slowly scraped along it, and you knew exactly what was happening, and it was terrific. In fact, the main hypnosis scene was absolutely terrific, and I just thought it was really well done, even though it borrows some imagery from Under the Skin, but that's fine because that movie's terrific, and I don't think anybody really saw that anyway. I found all the actors playing their parts perfectly with the right amount of just not quite right in these people. And there's always this underlying theme of things being off, the way people say things or what they're saying, but delivered in a totally opposite direction, where somebody can say something that's really quite intimidating in a friendly manner. They can say something that's really quite friendly in a very intimidating manner, and it creates the aspect of these people being just not quite right. I'm trying not to get into spoiler territory with Get Out, but I really want to talk about it because I thought it was terrific, and I could, even though the ending gets a little bit Twilight Zone-ish, I can agree with that. I liked it. I understand why they went that way. It makes perfect sense, and I enjoyed the conclusion to the movie. Get Out lived up to my hopes. It was a movie that I really enjoyed. I want to go back and see again to see how it holds up on second viewing, but I think this is going to be one of my favourites of the year. I had a lot of fun with it. There is just something niggling at me that says that it wasn't quite perfect, and that is to do with some of the dialogue and the way some of the scenes play out. But like I said, now I know exactly what the movie's all about. This could be rectified on a second watch. Overall, I thought Get Out was terrific. I thought the lead actor's performance was absolutely fantastic. I think Jordan Peele did a terrific job of setting up this atmosphere that is quite palatable throughout the movie. I gave Get Out 4.5 out of 5, and it'll be interesting on a rewatch to see if this becomes spot on 5 out of 5 or if it drops down a little bit. Let me know in the comment box below what you thought of Get Out, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.